is the ultimate travel guide from the people who know it best. Weekends with Yankee.
Shelburne Farms. Of all the shoots this year, this is the one that resonated the most with me. A huge 1,400-acre working farm with over 100 registered brown Swiss milking cows, a cheesemaking operation, and an inn. It is a foliage watcher's paradise. Shelburne sits just south of Burlington, Vermont, and on this October day was just spectacular, sitting in all its glory on the shores of Lake Champlain. Yankee food editor Amy Traverso tells me that they make great cheddar cheese here too. So we decided to head out to see the property, the cheese, and those beautiful cows.
Stating the obvious, this is beautiful.
We go to so many beautiful places, and yet this really stands out to me as one of the most magical spots in New England.
You know what's interesting about the look here? If it were not for the explosion of sugar maples, which are very Vermont,
Yeah.
I would think we're someplace in Europe.
It has the scale of like a grand chateau, but this is a barn. I mean, the barn would qualify as a grand chateau.
My name is Alec Webb, and I'm the president of Shelburne Farms. So William Seward and Lila Vanderbilt Webb founded Shelburne Farms in the mid-1880s. So Lila was the daughter of William Henry Vanderbilt, and so I'm their great-grandson. So I'm a fourth-generation member of the family. Shelburne Farms is a working farm and National Historic Landmark located here in Shelburne, right along Lake Champlain. Today, it's a nonprofit education organization that is dedicated to educating for sustainability.
The history is so interesting because it was relatives of the Vanderbilt family that sort of wanted to create this model farm, best practices on every regard, including architecture.
And now they're still a producing cheese farm, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna go in and meet Kate Turcott, who directs the cheesemaking operation here at Shelburne Farms, making cheddar, which is the classic Vermont cheese. I wouldn't mind coming to work here every day.
No.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome.
hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, I'm Kate.
Hi, Kate, I'm Richard.
Nice to meet you.
So you run the cheesemaking operation
I
here?
do.
Wow.
Yes, welcome. All of our cheese is made in 40-pound blocks. We cut each cheese by hand into smaller pieces, and then we take that cheese and we hand dip them in wax. And that wax is the outer packaging and coating for the cheese, and people really like it because it's a really nice presentation. So we have some of our cheeses over here to try.
Wow, look at this. So there's different ages, they're all cheddar?
They're all cheddars.
I'd like to think one gets better with age, just speaking personally, but when you're talking about cheeses, what is an aged cheese and the optimum age of a cheese, and when is a cheese too old?
And it does get better with time. Our flagship cheese is our 2-year cheddar. We age it up to 3 years, but you go to Wisconsin and they'll have like 30-year aged cheddars, you
Wow.
know? So it all depends on who you're asking.
And how long does the cloth bound age?
It ages between 1 year and 1.5 years.
People know that traditional sort of orange. You probably use a different color.
Yeah, you can see that this still has like a pretty good, yellow color to it, and that's because of we're a pasture-based farm, and so that beta carotene that they get from the pastures goes right into the milk. Oh my goodness.
The magical turkeys that appear here.
What's up?
What are they
Heard
saying?
you guys having a party?
I know that cheese making has been around for a very long time, and it's not only an art, but there's got to be a science to making this stuff too.
Yes. I mean, the basic cheese making, all the different types of cheese, there's 4 ingredients. You have milk, you have lactic acid starter culture, which basically ferments the milk. You have rennet, which coagulates the curds in the whey. And then you also have salt. But I think one of the greatest things about cheese making is how you can have so much diversity with just, 4 very basic ingredients, the main one being milk. And that's another thing that we think really sets us apart, is that we only use the milk from our farm. And so every day we're having conversations with the staff at the dairy to talk about the different changes that are happening in the seasons and the cows. And so we really are very connected to our main ingredient. So this is our 1-year cheddar, obviously aged a little bit more than our 6-month. So it's gonna be a little bit sharper, it's gonna crumble a little bit more.
A little less water in the...
Yeah.
This has more of the taste what I'd consider cheddary.
Yeah, sharpness. This is our 2-year right here, hand dipped in wax. And you can see it's a little bit more crumbly. This is our flagship cheese.
It almost looks flaky like pie dough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the final cheese that we'll taste is our cloth-bound cheddar.
Is the fabric removed at this point?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So we take the fabric off before we cut it.
And can you eat the rind or?
Yep. You can
or-
eat the rind. It's with any cheese you can. It's edible. It's just depending on whether you like the taste or not. So you can cut a piece with the rind and then cut one without it. But it does have some sort of a flavor to it because it has been exposed to the outside air. But it's totally safe to eat.
I like rinds.
I find that this has more of like a meaty pate flavor.
Yeah, like a umami.
Yeah. And that the texture is different because this has been losing moisture because it hasn't been in an airtight, sealed environment. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite cheeses.
Do you have a favorite?
I think the slightly older one, was it a little sharper?
Yes, the longer the cheese is aged, the sharper it is.
What type of cows are you milking for this cheese?
So we have a herd of brown Swiss cows, and they've been here even before cheesemaking was here. And so there's 112 milkers. So yeah,
Wow.
and they make a really great milk for cheese. They have really good butter, fat, and protein ratios, which was really great because, like I said, we didn't bring them here to make cheese, but they just happened to be here and they make a really great product.
Oh,
Really
look at
airy.
these cows.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
These
Look
are
at
beautiful
these.
cows. Hello.
Hi. How are you? I'm Amy.
I'm Sam.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Hi, Sam. I'm Richard.
Hey, Richard.
I don't know if you want to say that any cow is more beautiful than another, but these are really good-looking cows.
Yeah, they're all purebred registered brown Swiss, and the herd was started by Derek Webb in 1950, so they've been around here a long time. We're really concerned about, the animal welfare, and we're what's called a humane certified farm through Humane Farm Animal Care. So we've been really serious about how we treat and care for our animals here.
Yeah, and what makes these good cows for the area?
The Swiss are really got a lot of traits that are really endearing. They're very docile, they're very gentle cows, they're very large cows, but they also have some really high quality milk that's particularly well suited to cheese making. And we try to stay in real close contact with the cheesemakers about anything that's going on that might affect the cheese. I mean, we make cheese every day, so the different conditions that are out there every day affect each batch of cheese, and that's what's unique about our farmstead cheeses. It's not a cookie cutter product. It changes with the seasons, it changes with the pasture that they're on, and it changes with the weather. You can make bad cheese out of good milk, but you can't make good cheese out of bad milk.
Right. That's true.
It's time to let the cows out. You guys want to help?
Absolutely.
So just walk up behind them. We'll get old 608 up here.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Come on, guys.
And just clap a
Come
little
on,
bit.
Let's go. Let's
They'll
go.
move along.
Let's
There's
go.
Putney. I'm
No
not sure who
stragglers.
she is,
Come on,
but
come
she
on,
needs to
come on.
move along.
There's cheese to be
Move
made,
along.
guys.
There's cheese to be made. Come on.
Come on,
Oh,
Eli.
Come on,
okay.
Eli.
All
Come
right,
on,
Eli.
Eli. Come on.
Come on,
Eli. Come on. All year long, we'll let the cows out, weather permitting. They actually really love going out in the snow,
Really?
and it's really good for them just to get out and get some exercise, get in the sun.
Do they have little friendship groups, like certain cows that tend to
We
hang
actually
out
spend a lot of time talking about cow behavior,
Really?
and that's one area that's really changed in the dairy industry, I would say, in the last 10 years, is there's a lot more focus on animal behavior and looking at
Right.
the cows and what makes them comfortable and what makes them happy. One thing we've noticed is there are some animals that do form real strong, long-lasting bonds.
Right.
There are others that are more timid and laid back, some like Eli here, who are just,
Kind of loners like people.
yeah, they sort of march to their own music,
Yeah.
and so it's really understanding all those dynamics.
Yeah.
It's nice to know where your food comes from, and certainly this is a beautiful setting, but what makes me even happier is to know that my food is coming from some place in which the animals are treated with dignity and clearly have a pretty good life. Don't you think so? Eli, I think this is the beginning of a long friendship.